This is Toasty Fresh, and welcome to my playthrough of Neo Scavenger. This is a turn-based post-apocalyptic survival game, which I found on Steam. It's an indie game. I think it's been going for quite a while, made by Blue Bottle Games, and I just saw it and I played through the demo. Thought it'd be quite an interesting game. So I'm just going to do a quick playthrough, and if there's a bit of interest, I'll carry it on. But we'll just see how things go, see how interesting it is. And I'll just go ahead and start on the new game, because I died in my last playthrough, so I can't continue even if I wanted to. This is what you're faced with when you start a game. You have a little status bar here. This is what's on the left side of the screen when you're actually playing the game. You've got a certain amount of moves. This is how well fed you are, how well hydrated, how well rested, how burdened you are by the loot you're carrying, how comfortable you are in terms of temperature. If you're freezing, that's remedied by claws and things like that. The outdoor temperature, if you've had your ass kicked or not yet by some wandering bandits. And then you come to how you're going to play the game. Basically, you have a number of traits and you have 4 empty slots. So you pick 4 advantages you can have. And then also you have a number of disadvantages which you can choose to get extra beneficial statuses. So basically it's just my up here is badass. Metabolism means that you're using food and water quicker, but it does heal you. That's the only one that has a positive effect. Feeble means that your attacks aren't good and you can't carry as much. Not a really good one to have if you're going into a survival situation. Fragile means you're going to get hurt a lot easier and your healing is slower, which is another major no-no. And insomniac, meaning that you can difficult to stay in sleep and your sleep's less beneficial, so you well rested goes up slower. It's probably, if you are going to pick 2 of those, it's probably going to be metabolism and insomniac are going to be the ones you are going to choose. I think I'm just going to do a playthrough without any of them, and I'm going to go for strong because it'll help me carry more. My melee attacks will be more damaging, and I can create an obstacle during combat. Athletic, because on this game it's going to be a lot more useful for you to just run away from any shit that happens. Just run. Don't try and be a hero. Who was it? Who was it? The comedian, he said just run. You know, in real life, you know, in movies, getting stabbed, you get that dramatic music, you know, the dun dun dun. In real life, you don't get that. You're just some dead motherfucker who's been stabbed. So just run. That's what I've found. And I'm going to pick hiding as well, because usually it's more beneficial just to hide. Let those guys just breeze on through. And I'm going to pick, well, I don't know, usually I pick botany, but I haven't actually found a use for that one, so I don't know whether I'm going to pick that one or not. But I'll go ahead and just pick botany, because I've not really found much of a use for some of the others, really. Apart from on the demo, I used the mechanic skill to rig up this air conditioning to have a heated safe house, but that's going into another game. So I'm just going to start off with that, and I'll show you the main story. So you wake up disorientated, slumped over the base of an empty cryo sleep pod, still damp from cryo fluid. The thick dust from the floor clings to your skin, leaving a clean spot on the ground where a large number 5 is painted. Across the room there is an open doorway to the hallway and a broken window leading outside. Just as you gather your wits, an unearthly scream erupts from down the hall beyond the doorway. Something is coming fast. Well, that's one that probably everyone's had. Waking up naked in a cryo facility. A lot of people can relate to that one. Anyway, we'll go with hiding. we'll hide from this thing, because God knows what it is. And that's what it is. It's a big wolf thing. You quickly scan the room for a hiding place and duck behind the cryo tank nearest to the window. Hopefully, the light from the windows outside will make it harder to see you in the nearby shadow. With most of the room smelling of cryoprotectants, you stand a good chance of having your scent masked. You hold your breath as something enters the room. Its heavy breathing becomes more nasal as it begins sniffing the air. The sniffing grows closer, but continues further into the room. It lets out an annoyed bark, huffs, and starts sniffing back into the hole. A few minutes later, you're pretty sure it's out of earshot again. So there you go, saved by the cryo fluid. You know, who needs cologne when you've got a cryo fluid? Actually sounds like a good name for a cologne, that. You know, what do you use? Cryo fluid. You check the console for any patient info and come across 3 records: Anton Blubber, Philip Kindred, and Lloyd Blankcheck. I probably like the name Anton Blubber, but I'll just let you know, this guy, that's you, Philip Kindred, which I'll show you in a minute, because you've got a little wrist strap around your arm that says Kindred. So maybe that later on in the game, I've never got that far, maybe the billing account there. Be alright to find out. And this is Detroit, so we know we're in Detroit, most likely. Which begs the question, if this is Detroit and it's the future, where the hell's Robocop? You know, this shit don't happen if Robocop's on the go. I'm pretty disappointed. You decide to go outside and see if you can figure out where you are. Avoiding the broken glass, you step onto the sill and outside, rustling some plants that have grown wild in the area. It's cool outside and damp, probably morning. You're in the parking lot of the Gaiji's cryo facility, but everything looks disused and in disrepair. Plants have pushed their way through the pavement. Well, no shit, Sherlock, you just had a fucking wolf man thing running through the facility. I think you know that things aren't going well. Worst of all, nothing looks familiar. You don't remember this place or even who you are. Your frustration mounts, but you catch it and put it in check. Might as well take a look around. So we're in the woods, and it says there's something to be had here. Let's just have a look. A newspaper. You sunk my battleship. The US Coast Guard unleashed cannon fire Thursday at an abandoned vessel found drifting 50 miles off the coast of South Carolina. The vessel had no markings other than the code D32 and was not found to have any crew or cargo. The plans to sink the ship were briefly put on hold earlier Thursday when a fishing vessel, 62-foot Alleganza, claimed salvage rights over the ghost ship. However, officials told OX News that the Alleganza was able to tow the abandoned ship and scuttling operations resumed. Well, that's a nice little story, but it doesn't really help us. Let's see if we can get anything from the woods. So, did I put that down? Alright, so we're back out there now. And we've now got a large stick. And what the hell, we'll carry a little stick as well. So we're stick on stick. Oh, somebody's recently been in this area. The footprints there, also they mean that someone's recently been around here. Which means it's sort of fresh tracks, basically, that means. And now there's not. So let's go over here. And again, we've got fresh tracks. We found a town. Which towns aren't usually the best thing to get loot from, but we'll go ahead and check. As you approach the town, there is no signs of activity. Buildings stand in ruin, vehicles are overturned and blackened with fire. Explosion marks radiate outward from walls and pavement. In the distance, strange-looking creatures circle in the sky like monstrous leathery vultures. The world has drastically changed from what you knew. Some sort of cataclysm has befallen Earth, returning all mankind to the Dark Ages. And along with it, your hopes of finding a warm meal and some answers. You decide to look around and scavenge what you can from the ruins. There you go. Those maniacs. They blew it all up. Right, we've got a plastic bag, which is good. We've now got something to hold things in. We'll get rid of that little stick and we'll take the dirty rags. We've got a stick and some rags. So, if needs be, we can wash ourselves with a rag on a stick, which is probably the only way to clean yourself nowadays. Now there's probably no running water. There is a building, an office building, but as you can see the loot is quite low. So we will get out of here because I see something else on the horizon, which is a cabin in the woods, which these are usually a lot better prospect. And we found a handful of edible berries, so we'll take those with us because at the moment we're still well fed, so we'll keep them for when we actually need them, and some pebbles, and that's it. And we'll look in that tree. We haven't got enough moves to craft, so we'll just have to end the turn now, and we'll scavenge. And there's a shack in the woods, so we better start looking in this. And we'll use strong because we need to get as much loot as possible, and we've found something. And we'll take away the dirty rags and we'll swap them for clean ones. And we've got some bullets, so we might as well take the bullets even though we don't have a gun, because you know we could chuck it, I don't know. And we'll take the tarp. Oh no, we can't take the tarp. We'll carry the berries and take the tarpaulin. Because who knows, we might be able to make some kind of shelter out of it or something. I think somebody there said you can do that. And that's it for now. And let's just have a quick scout. We've got another building here. I think we are going to actually have to search this. Buildings in the city aren't really the best things to scavenge from, but it's a storage shed, which they are a bit safer. And we'll use strong. And we'll see if we can get something. Cut on some broken glass. It was a stupid mistake, but while trying to reach a blackened block room from outside, you cut yourself on a broken glass. How big of a storage shed is it that it's got rooms? It'll sting for a while, but it isn't anything serious. No useful items found this time. Oh, so it's great. Not only did we cut ourselves, we didn't find anything. So it's a bit of a fail there. And we're still naked and cold. So it's not going too well for us yet. So we're going to have to... Oh, we've got rags. We will tend to our mana cut before it gets any worse, and we'll scavenge in the office building because we're getting quite desperate yet. And again, no useful items found, so we're going to have to move along to this one. And again, scavenge. And like I said, these buildings aren't the best, but because this concrete building appears to be in better shape than most. Sure, the windows are all but gone, but a giant fish here runs down one wall. This place looks as if it could provide useful shelter for someone. Perhaps that's what makes you feel so nervous. Stuck in an opening while trying to access the block room, you get stuck crawling through an opening in the debris. You managed to wriggle free again, but you lost quite a bit of time in the ordeal. No useful items found this time. So it's not going well at all for us at the moment, but we may have found a bit of luck. Another shack, which, well, on the demo, I found the demo is a lot, I think to draw you into buying the game is a lot easier, but we might have had a bit of luck here. And we found something this time, and it's a crowbar, so we'll put the branch back and we'll take the crowbar, because the crowbar is actually useful for breaking into things, but again, not useful loot, so we'll have to try and scavenge this one. It's another cabin in the woods. I'll use the crowbar. And what have we found now? Oh great, we've found some stones and a lighter. So lighter will help us light a fire, but not all that useful at the moment. Plus it will probably attract attention. So at the minute things aren't going too well in this save again, and I could see me dying pretty soon if things carry on in this vein. But I suppose I have to say that I've got no real survival instinct. Up here looks like some sort of abandoned car. It's covered in filth, and what glass remains is almost opaque with grime. So it's been here a while, hard to tell if anything's inside from here. The door on this side is open though, and it looks like a tattered sleeping bag spills through the opening. Throw a rock or something at the car, leave the car, take the sleeping bag. Well, we're pretty desperate, so we'll have to just take it. It's filthy and you shudder to think of all the things that might have lived in here over the years, but its warmth and not freezing to death beats hygiene in a day. Yeah, what are a few diseases to live in? Like, let's just eat the berries now, so we can take that, and we'll take that. And that's it. I'll leave that now. And I found a mobile home, so I might hold up here for the night. We'll scavenge it first. Oh, how the hell does a mobile home's roof collapse? Unstable ruins start falling as a result of your rummaging, and a portion of the roof collapses. You're cut and bruised by the fallen debris. So again, we're not having any luck whatsoever. This is annoying me on this game, because the only good bit of news is we found another plastic bag, so we can now. But again, we cannot. They're not big enough. So we'll put the plastic bag for now in the other plastic bag and have a bag within a bag. And we'll rest and heal here. Now I've got a campsite with a sleeping bag, so rest and heal. As night falls, you notice there is a bright glow coming from the east, easily visible through the rooftops. It's no guarantee, treetops I mean, it's no guarantee, but it could be a sign of civilization, maybe even a lead on where you are or who, and if nothing else, it's as good a landmark to strike to as any. So I'll just go towards some lights in the distance. Sounds alright. We'll just rest and heal. And we'll sleep. And rest and heal. And I don't know if we've got any. We have got some. And And that's it, we've run out of bandages. And now we're in pain. I'll just rest and heal again, because now it's night time. No, we can't get them. Oh, let's carry on. What's this? Options for this encounter. Take cover. Right, we're gonna have to just risk one of these now, because we need to find some. I need to find some claws badly. Ah, and finally we have found some claws. So let's get some pants on. Cover that. Cover up our nakedness. So there we are. And now we've got a smaller sleeping bag, which is much more useful. So we can just fit that in there. And bonus, we've got some clean rags. And there's a handful of string and such forth, so take that for now, because we might as well take everything we can. So things are looking a bit up for us now. We've got a weapon, we've got pants, and the pants are always a bonus. So now we're looking a little bit better than what we were, although not a hell of a lot more. We're still walking around with no shoes on our feet. But I'm going to get out of this area now, because we don't really want to be looking through more of those derelict buildings in the town. So like I said, they'll just cut you up, and there's not much chance of getting a lot of decent loot from them most of the time. So yeah, there is a chance of maybe having another thing, and now because we're parched and we're pretty desperate, we're just gonna have to go with that and drink the water. And we've got no bottles to hold the water in yet, so we might as well just drink all this and make ourselves well hydrated. Yeah, I've got the chance of the water being dirty and you falling ill, but at the minute it's a chance we're just gonna have to take. Oh, and here we are, we've run into our first enemy, a bandit. He's only got punch, but I don't really trust this game as far as the combat goes, because I've fought people with this, just their bare hands, and I've had a meat cleaver and they've won, which in real life you wouldn't really get that much. Most people who come up against a meat cleaver, you're going to be dead meat. So that's one thing I don't like about this game. If you do get quite well equipped, you do manage to get yourself a weapon, you can still end up dying. I found that the best course of action is usually just to run. I thought I found a cabin in the woods there. I think I might have done. Let's just see. Yeah. Well, let's just scavenge this cabin. There's not much loot here, so we'll just boost it and see what we get. Ah, we've got a rifle now, and we do have some bullets, so and another lighter. So we'll take the extra lighter, and there's also a monkey wrench. We can't carry all this stuff, so I'll destroy the monkey wrench to stop any would-be attackers from having it. And I think I don't know what to do with a gun because it doesn't have a strap, so I can't carry it on my back. But I can't, and I've only got 2 bullets, so I think I'll destroy it to stop somebody else carrying it around, and that, and we'll hold up for the night. Oh, we can't hold up in the woods, but we'll enter and hide in the woods, and then now I will put the sleeping bag on the floor and put it in the unrest and heal in the sleeping bag. So we're hypothermic. Well, we're out of hypothermic now. We're back into just being freezing our asses off, and we'll just rest and heal again. We're not too bad for being well rested at the moment. We'll take our sleeping bag back, and we'll be on our merry way, I think. And we survived 2 nights, which is better than what I did the last time. Last time I managed to die of being attacked by a bandit. I just couldn't get away from him. And oh, we got another one. We'll duck in here and hide. See if we can. Oh no, they found us. So we'll retreat. Through here. I think they might follow us. I'll hide tracks. And we'll make our way up this way now. See if we can lose these guys through these buildings. Hopefully I'll catch a break up here with another building or something before we freeze to death. Oh, my might have just looked out here unless another bandit shows up. And it's a storage shed. We've made some quite good loot now, so let's just see what we get. It's another crowbar, but it's in worse condition, so we'll just destroy it. And we found a glass shiv, so we'll take that with us as well, just to stop anybody else using it. And just pebbles again. So it's not looking too good. Again, we're hungry and parched. And I don't think we're going to last much longer on this save, to be honest, because food is looking scarce. Again, we're just going to have to be forced to drink this water, but at least we can keep ourselves well hydrated, which is the main thing. Yet we're going to see if we can get to some kind of cover before night. And that's it. We've frozen to death outside as I didn't stop at a building. So there you go. We survived 2 days and 16 and a bit hours. So there we go. I might try again. If anyone's got any tips for me, that'll be useful. But from me, that is everything. That's all I've got for now. So I'll see you next time.